Hey everyone, I'm Pomerleau. Thank you for joining me on another one of my videos. This is my Honda HSS 724 snowblower. Today I'm going to be talking to you about draining the engine oil. Now the owner's manual says to just open up the oil drain bolt and have a pan of some sort divert the oil down into a catch basin. Well, I think that could be cause for alarms. It could work, but there's probably an easier way to do it. Now, I have seen a manufacturer make hoses that you simply remove the engine drain bolt, you put your hose on, and you leave it there permanently. Now, down in the United States, these hoses are 14 inches long and they sell them for around $25. But up here in Canada, where I'm from, the same hose costs $90 for a 14-inch hose. That's a little bit more than I'm willing to spend. So I'm going to try to make my own. First thing we need to do is verify the size of the engine drain bolt on this machine. I don't want to drain any oil out of it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip the snow blower up just a little bit and make all the oil go to one side of the motor, and then I will be able to take the drain bolt off and we can measure it. So I had to put about 6 2-by-somethings underneath it in order to tip it up enough that the oil won't come out the drain bolt. So this totals about 9 inches high. This right here is the extension for the oil drain, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that so I can measure the thread on the inside in order to make my hose. So I'm going to bring this downstairs and I'm going to measure the threads. So my calipers tell me that this is a 10 millimeter in diameter, and my thread gauge tells me that it is a 1.25 millimeter pitch. So now that we know what size thread is in the motor, this is an M10 by 1.25 to 3/8 inch barb fitting. I could not find this anywhere in my area. I went to all the stores. No one had the metric version. I had to order this online. Now the other end of the hose made no difference. I decided to pick up this nice little brass cap at the local hardware store, and this is 3/8 of an inch and the 3/8 of an inch matching fitting to barb, and it fits quite nicely together. So now all I need is to put a hose in between them. I was thinking of a garden hose, but I wasn't sure if the garden hose would work well with the hot oil. And as luck would have it, I went to the local hardware store and they have air compressor hoses. This is, of course, a 3/8 inch inside diameter air hose. Now, if you're going to buy them, get the rubber version. This one is very flexible and easy to maneuver, and that's what you want on your snowblower. So this one's a 3/8 inch. Now, as luck would have it, I seem to be very lucky in these things, the outside diameter of this air compressor hose just happens to be the exact same size as water PEX hoses. This replaces copper piping in your home. It is called PEX, and it uses the little PEX crimping ring that fits right on top. It just happens to be the same size. So I'm going to use these, and I just happen to have a PEX crimping tool. Now, okay, you may say, well, hey, Paul, I don't have any of this stuff. Well, as I say, there's lots of other ways to do it. You could use a regular pipe clamp that you screw on with a screwdriver, or if you're really nice, go to the local hardware store, buy all your stuff that you need, put it all together, and walk up to a person in there and ask them nicely if they could use the crimping tool off the shelf to crimp your hoses. Now, as long as they don't have to take it out of a sealed package, they will gladly do it for you. Now, the professionally made hoses are 14 inches long end to end. So I am going to cut a 13-inch hose to put in the middle, and that will make it about 14 inches long. So I'm going to measure 13 inches of hose. And I'm going to use my little PEX hose cutter, and I am going to cut 13 inches of hose. So now I'm going to take the hose, take a crimp ring, put it on, take my M10 fitting and push this on until it seats all the way. Then I will take my crimp ring and my crimping tool and crimp this down. And I will do the same on the other side with the 3/8 inch one. So now I'm going to take the new drain hose, I'm going to put the original crush washer back on, and I'm going to tighten it onto the motor. Lock it down with a wrench. Take off the cap. Wrap the rubber around. Put the cap back on and tighten it down. I'll take some crescent wrenches and tighten this down. That's just going to hold it in place until I need to use it. Well, there it is. Now, when you're ready to change your oil, simply unhook it from the stowing point, remove the brass cap, and let it flow into a container. There will be no mess, and it's as simple as you can get. Now, for me, the total cost for that was $7. Thank you very much for joining me on another one of my videos. Be safe, have fun, and I'll see you next time.